Federal government moves to tackle skills gap among youth. Governor Umoina admits 50 youths into Ibom-led. Plus, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly demands confirmation of appointment of Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic Acting Registrar. Details shortly. Very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10. My name is Dianime Uko. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times channel 103 and on our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. Do all to follow us on those platforms for regular updates. The federal government is taking measures towards addressing skills deficit among the nation's youth for a more economically prosperous Nigeria. Against this backdrop, the Federal Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has embarked on sensitization and dissemination workshop on the recently launched National Policy on Skills Development for stakeholders in the education sector of the North. Aminu Umar reports.
Nigeria is blessed with a vibrant population of young men and women, a demography strong enough to drive the nation towards economic prosperity if only the country fully harnesses its demographic dividends. However, skills mismatch continues to create hurdles, with many institutions producing graduates who are not readily employable. To shift towards a skill-based economy, the federal government earlier this year launched the National Policy on Skills Development. And now it's time for action as commissioners of education and other stakeholders gather to chart the way forward.
So you see, the bulk of the students are at the subnationals in the states. So we're going to domesticate this policy and see how it works, especially that most of these states have one type of policy on skills.
The knowledge we acquire here, we also ensure that we are going to scale it down to our teachers.
We need to look at how can we build the capacity of the teachers to understand the policy and to be able to deliver on its commitment.
To ensure timely implementation, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Said Ahmad, has directed that progress be closely monitored at subnational levels.
The Federal Ministry of Education, in line with the necessary objective, will continue to provide necessary support and guidance, collaborating with you to develop state-specific implementation plans and monitor progress for accountability.
The new policy identifies 29 core and secondary skills to be integrated into both formal and non-formal education systems. In Kano, Amin Umar, NTA News.
The Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, says the federal government is committed to meeting its obligation of growing the economy with a target of attaining a 7% GDP growth annually. This is as the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation has introduced a new operational process for the implementation of the 2024 and 2025 capital budgets. Benny Adams reports that this was at a stakeholders' engagement in Abuja.
Gathered here are permanent secretaries, accounting officers, and directors of finance in ministries, departments, and agencies of government. The conversation is about the implementation of the capital component of the 2025 budget. 23.9 trillion naira is involved, which is out of the 54.9 trillion 2025 budget.
Capital budget for 2025 is about 23 trillion, and the 2024 transfer is about 10.5 trillion.
To strengthen the implementation of the extended 2024 and 2025 capital budget, the government has announced a new operational process.
Henceforth, warrants AIs will be issued to FDA power to legal committees to serve as evidence of funds available for the award of contracts or processing of payments for ongoing and completed projects.
The Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, believes in the growth trajectory of the economy and is hopeful that a 7% annual growth is possible with effective and efficient spending.
The economy is growing at about 3.5%. which is above population growth, but that's not the target. The target is to at least double population growth, get to about 7% per annum consistently with rapid, sustained inclusive growth, then millions of Nigerians will be lifted out of poverty.
According to the new guidelines commencing from third quarter of 2025, the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation will prepare quarterly cash plan for cash management, while the Minister of Finance approves warrants for contracts. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
Let's take our first commercial break. We'll be back with more stories. Please stay.
Goodly Pearls Recovery Mandate presents Women's Magazine program entitled Her Voice Has Strength. Join us as we share stories of resilience, courage, and triumph about women. It will x-ray women who are changing the world, women who have made and left legacies, iconic women with strengths and voices that translated to huge successes in our time. Join Dora Okwabasi on NTA Channel 12 Uyo as she presents the program Her Voice Has Strength every Saturday 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Keep a date.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24-hour power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
You're welcome back. Let's head to the legislature, where the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has called on the state government to grant approval for confirmation of appointment of the acting registrar, Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic, Godswill Essien Udofa, to enable him have legal rights to sign students' certificates. This was contained in the report by the Chairman, House Committee on Education, who represents Oron Udongoko State Constituency, Kenim, on Ofiok.
Presenting the report, Chairman, House Committee on Education, Kenem on Ofiok says, education remains part of the Arise agenda of Governor Moino's administration. Hence, the need for recruitment into the Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic to increase productivity.
The institution has shortage of manpower, teaching and non-teaching staff, and this has resulted in internal arrangement of part-time lecturers. 4, that the present registrar of the school is on acting capacity, and this has posed challenge on who to sign student certificates. And it has stayed beyond the normal time as supposed to be, which supposed to be 6 months. That since 2019, the school has not conducted convocation because of lack of approval by the governor, and this has serious negative effects on the school.
Also at the plenary was a motion on the need to look into electricity billing irregularities arising from the discontinuation of prepaid metering in Ewet housing and other parts of Uyo. Nsika Okon, NTA News.
Still from the state legislature, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly wishes to address and refute a recent report published on Monday, August 11, 2025 by Leadership newspaper and subsequently circulated by various media outlets, which falsely claimed that the immediate past governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, is under investigation by the House of Assembly. The House unequivocally states that no such probe has been initiated or authorized by the former governor at any time, noting that the allegations contained in these publications are entirely without foundation, misleading, and do not represent the position or resolutions of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. For clarity, during the plenary session held on Thursday, August 7, 2025, the member representing Badenin State Constituency, Uwem Peter Imoita, raised concerns regarding delayed payments of salaries for 7 months of employees of the St. Gabriel's Coconut Plantation, a state-owned enterprise whose workforce is predominantly drawn from his constituency. In line with established legislative procedure, the House agreed to constitute an ad hoc committee to investigate the validity of the claim, as is customary in addressing public complaints relating to state enterprises. The legislature emphasizes that this action was confined solely to investigating the operational and welfare issues of the coconut plantation and has nothing to do with the former governor, his administration, or any other private business concerns. It further notes that the suggestion that it is conducting a targeted probe against Mr. Udom Emmanuel is therefore wholly inaccurate and constitutes a deliberate misrepresentation of facts. The House reiterates that it remains steadfast in its constitutional role to conduct oversight functions transparently and judiciously, ensuring that public institutions operate efficiently and in the best interest of the people without partisan or political bias. Any insinuation to the contrary is unfounded and counterproductive. We take another commercial break. When we return, we have more stories, including sports. Please stay.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
It has happened again
Wow, it's big.
It's unique.
It's exciting.
NTA Channel 12 Akaitan and Road Uyo, your dependable station, has come up with another prize.
Hire NTA Uyo Arena for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, child dedication and other events.
And enjoy full coverage and airing of your event on NTA Uyo at no additional cost.
You can't have this anywhere. For inquiries, call
Ikobong on 0703-018-5002.
Edidion on 0803-390-3521. NTA Uyo Arena. Let the world share in your happiness.
So good to know you're still with us. Experts have identified underinvestment, absence of Nigeria herbal pharmacopoeia, lack of certified processing facilities for herbal medicine, and weak intellectual property and protection as major factors affecting the growth of herbal medicine in the country. This was at a public lecture on the theme, Herbs for Health, held at the University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Kelvin Samuel reports.
Several milestones in the Nigerian herbal sector are given highlights here at this public lecture organized by the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Uyo, in collaboration with Multistreams Limited. Bringing the lecture to bear, Dr. Imo Jimmy of the University of Uyo and the Managing Director Multistreams Limited reeled out the many health benefits of plants, noting that there is no illness without a herbal cure. They are therefore calling on government and private sector to tap into this multi-billion-dollar venture that is capable of turning the economic fortunes of the country.
These uses are being placed in plants. the way God has stated them. Let's return back and let's work in unison. Together we can achieve this and go places. That is why we are starting this evangelism here from the University of Uyo to...
We can research and develop products that can attend to chronic diseases and ailments. And this is why we are passionate about this venture.
The Vice Chancellor University of Uyo, Professor Nyaudon Dayu, and other speakers agree that herbal medicine has the potential of stabilizing the nation's health sector, increase employment, and boost the economy.
We go to the supermarket, buy green tea, for example. You look at this one is orange plus this. So the other one is moringa plus. It's not true. But we have them in abundance everywhere. So we must go back to our roots. Herbs can help to herbs can act as antioxidant. Herbs can act as cardiovascular health. Herbs can help in digestive system. He created everything for man's benefit, and especially plants which serve as food.
The second public lecture of the Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Uyo, on the theme Herbs to Health featured goodwill messages by critical players and interactive session. In Uyo, Kelvin Samuel, NTA News.
Let's now join Ijoma Peter Nwante for the latest in the world of sports.
36 years ago, Nigeria and the entire world lost a promising young talented footballer, Sam Okwaraji, who died on the field of play during the 1990 World Cup qualifier between the Super Eagles and Angola at the National Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. To keep his legacy alive, Sam Okwaraji Foundation has instituted an annual Under-16 All-Secondary School Football Championship, which kicks off in November 2025. The event, with the team Patriotism, Education and Football, had in attendance former teammates and sports administrators.
We believe that education and sports can be powerful tools for nation building, and we hope to inspire young people to emulate Okwaraji's example. While some may not benefit from this initiative, thousands of young Nigerians will have the opportunity to showcase their football talents and bring glory to our nation.
Nigeria's quest for African Nations Cup Championship trophy suffered yet another setback. This follows the Super Eagles team B defeat to their Sudanese counterparts at the 2024 CHAN Championship, being co-hosted by Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. The home-based Eagles had lost their opening game against Senegal 1-0, and their second defeat to Sudan on Tuesday means that their last match against Congo is now mere academic exercise. Their performance so far has raised more questions than answers.
Things like this are bound to happen sometimes, and whenever things like this happen, it's now left for the coaches, to go back to their drawing board and try to fix, the problem that led to that great loss.
And finally, all is now set for the UEFA Super Cup final between PSG and Tottenham Hotspur. UEFA League champions PSG will be hoping to bounce back from FIFA Club World Cup defeat to Chelsea as they go all-out challenge for another trophy to their cabinet. On the other hand, Europa League champions Tottenham Hotspur are hoping to win their second silverware in the space of 3 months as they clash with PSG tonight in Italy. With sports updates, Ijoma Peter Nwante, NTA News.
And that's a wrap on the news, but before we go, a review of our major stories. The federal government has moved to tackle skills gap among youths. Governor Moino has admitted 50 youths into Ibom-led. You also heard in the news that the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is demanding the confirmation of appointment of Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic Acting Registrar. Thank you for watching. Up next is the news translation in Ibibio. Good morning.
Ekamba ukara ido nyene soke nam nutumarida pe ndaga me iwar ke adini ubakutum. Ekamu karasten nyen ete umoyno adad me iwar abaye duop ke ebogo ekoto ibomlet. Ufa utum bombe ke sten nyen ebo ya emane song ndaga udiana akam registrar nte registrar ke Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic. Oka nyen mi komo anyeng medo medium makamando mbok uba usenemi. Ufa utum bombe sten nyen ebo ya ukara stenemi enyem meri song ete Godswill sien udofa nte registrar ke Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic manatoro anyekana nam utumomo mfon ami ekero se adai woro committee ya sere mkpo banga idependaga ufongwet ke steremi atoro oron yo Oruko State Constituency nkenem Onofiok aketanga mi ya ikobo yombo mito akombonyen adai woro committee sere mkpo abanga aridepe ndaga ndotum ukpemwet ke sterem ma nkenem Onofiok ke ufongbe stenyen ama atanga bo si aridepe ndaga ukpemwet ke sterem adogo ketu akpanpo akamu karaster nyen aniye kekikere abo yak edat mbonowo ke utom ke Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic enyungabo yak emana esongo ndaga ete Godswill esien udofa nte registrar ke Polytechnic aro manatoro akananam utumomo mfon ama atang nko abanga ufon arisan ako nkanna Polytechnic edo manatoro kpeme amana aba ami ekero se adai word a committee ado akenam ediong banga ke ufongbe stenyen mi kuyo emediong mo akombok NCA ke ukpempo ekeniere etang banga fon se usobo nkanyen anam ke idemewo menanga ukare kpedian ubok manatoro ufuro yenkor argobyo ke fang usobo nkanyen ya ko yo mbo mito akombonyen utebe achibon Buganda mediong kukpempo mesokediong nte public lecture adogo ikpere ukpemwet ekodo pharmacy ke ekamba ufongwenta ifyoguyo eketumo ediana ye ufogutomekodo Multi Streams Limited ke moya maedat ataini edere what mentions yo mpo ekemekeri kama mfangnam antikino ukpempo do akpemwet ete imo Johnny aku ufongwet nta ifyoguyo anye manakedo ekamba wo kama kendo tumutumke ikbegutomekuro Multi Streams Limited amanam ediong ebanga mentions yo ufon ketang ebanga nsongirem amemfang abennesok ubonowo anye boke iba gudongo amfangimi kana ikok amondendo ediano yo eboke rose mbonowo nkoro ukara eda pide mesan kikbegen tomme bageda rufang eda ninko eda ediong mentions yo ufon amfang anamano idembono akamba itubo mufongwenta ifyoguyo ata ifyok nyodo ndayo ukangamo amanya meye mentions yo owo eketangi koke ukbemkporo ayenko boke edieke mietapeke nko edieke idat ebenide mesan keke medino mbonowo utomko amanadape ndagankot ke steremi kero make kuenge ukbemkporo nko mewe maidadeni ebumo mbome emane boiboro miku yo utebe achibong akombok enti ukanyentembong atre robal sonemi tutundubi etiesong